Okay, girl, you gotta go. Gotta get ready for today. Well, today is Sunday, May 17th, and I need to get ready to go to the gym. But before I do that, I need to go do dishes. Because in order for me to have my husband make me breakfast, the deal is that I do the dishes. And so by the time I come back from the gym, I should have breakfast. I'm gonna go do that now. Okay, workout is done. If I can open my car. All right, I need to hurry back home because my husband has to go to work. He is a private boxing coach. And so I was able to get my workout in. He is now heading over to get other people's workout in. And let's go home and have breakfast. Enough gas for my husband to come back home, so I'm gonna give him a 20. Aw, and just like that, my husband made me breakfast. Thanks, honey. I'm gonna actually put it on a MCR Killjoy spider plate. I'm gonna actually go outside to eat this. All right, so this is a breakfast bagel with egg and ham. Wow. It was really good. Thanks, honey. I've noticed that I eat more eggs now than I did like a couple of years ago. As I'm sitting outside, the moon is still out. It's been about a week since I've been back home. And when I came back home, I actually got like really sick. I think it was just from the exhaustion, jet lag, and just maybe like germs that was in the airplane and from traveling. It was really exhausting. As I was sick, I couldn't go into work, so I had to call out from work last week Saturday. When I went to the day clinic, I realized that there's probably a few things that I need to update. They asked me if I had a primary doctor, and I realized like after a whole year with being at the job I'm at, I didn't have a primary doctor. So thankfully, this past Thursday, I was able to meet with a primary. I was able to actually line up a bunch of doctor appointments so I can kind of get back on track. I haven't really been keen on taking care of myself, primarily because like there's been a lot of things that's happened over the last couple years, and my own personal health has gone on the back burner. I realized this past week that I really do need to get myself back on track, trying to refocus my priorities when it comes to physical health and mental health for myself personally, just because I am a pretty private person. I do share everything online like usually, but there's a few things that I've been navigating, trying to figure out. I tell you, the sun is serving so much right now. That's the spotlight. Okay, so my plan is to clean up this space here. I know there's plants in there. I just need to clear this area out. I don't want to burn in the sunlight. And because I own a tent, I think I'm gonna pop up my tent so I have some shade to work with. Because, you know, I'm convinced that I'm a vampire out in Hawaii. Okay, I'm gonna bring out my gardening tools while I talk about this because it's really hard to put it into words. So I'm gonna try to work while I'm doing this. I mean, I spent over $250 for this tent, so I might as well use it, right? Thankfully, it's not windy. I started off with this morning with no plan. Now this is my plan. I'm popping my tent out in my yard so I can get some gardening done. My gardening tools. I will actually sit on cinder blocks because it's closer to the ground. I just need to weed my garden while I talk about why I make content here online, which honestly sometimes it's just more like a video therapy. So overall, why do I create videos on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok? Because I want to. Like, I don't know, I don't really do this for anyone except for myself. It's really great to interact with other people about the things that I share here online. But ultimately, the reason why I do all this is for me. I do it for me. I don't do it to promote my business. I don't do it to go viral. I don't even do it to have an agenda for anything. I literally create because it's a form of self-expression. I want to be able to look back on where I am now to where I am then. Does that make sense? I want to be able to look back and just reflect on in that moment what I was going through. There's been so many times that I've been wanting to film and share like life experiences because it's so beautiful and amazing. I just want to look back on it and just like remember those things because memories can be forgotten. And I want to be able to document that for myself, to look back on my son, to look back on my family, to look back on, or just like entertainment purposes. That was a lot of words. Not sponsored. These gloves have been brought to you by Home Depot. My tools, on the other hand, Walmart. My bucket from my baby shower back in 2016. There's this mint that's right here, originally planted here, and after so many years it's continuing to just grow. So I'm gonna kind of like weed it out, which is kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm weeding out my thoughts. But as of recent, I've taken a break from market, which happen usually on my weekends. I'm gonna use my bucket as my trash bin. I believe I mentioned earlier in the video that I've been wanting to prioritize my physical and mental health, primarily because I found that I do need to make time and take action to take care of me. It might just be different for you, it might be different for me, but it's taking me a while. I was reflecting the other day that a lot of the friends I used to have are no longer in my life, and I've struggled with that. I don't really know how to socially interact with people sometimes, or just like follow through. There's been a lot that has changed over the last 10 years. I'm working towards being a better physical form of myself, and a form of distraction is doing things that make me uncomfortable. A form of distraction such as starting an art business. A form of distraction is playing video games for hours on end, watching YouTube videos for hours and hours and hours instead of talking to people in person. Does that make sense? I've had my own share of form of distractions over the last... That is a goat. That was a goat in the back of someone's truck. Oh my gosh. Anyways, which honestly, like, I don't know. We'll see. And in a week and a half, I'm gonna be turning 30. To turn 30 is pretty surreal. Like, Alani, when she was 14, did not think that she could be 30. When I turned 21, I told myself when I turn 30, I'm gonna have a house. There's dreams that are worth expressing and working towards, but sometimes those dreams will not become reality. So me turning 30, I'm not afraid of it. I'm more excited about it because I've made it this far. Something I was navigating through a couple weeks ago was allowing myself to enjoy things more. So I've noticed over the course of the last couple of years, for a really long time, just kind of hid behind my own ability as fear of acceptance, the fear of being misunderstood, the fear of failure. But honestly, looking back, like maybe the last 5 years, that's when I started actually doing things I wanted to do. I've always wanted to create art and share it with the world. I'm not the same person I once was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, let alone 3 years ago. I'm pretty hard on myself when it comes to my own standards or goals or who I desire to be. But I always know, I have always known it could be better. I could be a better friend. I could be a better mom. I could be a better wife. I could just be a better business person. I could just be better. And I know these things. So as I'm just sitting in my yard under my tent, I'm telling myself, you got this. There's no one else in this world that knows how to do what you do than yourself. Only I can make the choices to take care of myself physically, emotionally, and mentally. Only I'm able to put boundaries in order for me to stick to the path I'm in. Only I can decide how I feel, and only I can decide on what I'm going to do next. But if you are currently watching this, thank you. I mean, putting this out in the space that is considered online, so maybe this will keep me more accountable. Okay, so before it was just overgrown. Now you can see some of my little plants still growing. Okay, it's not perfect, but there's a vision. There's like my little plants here. They can stand the sunlight, and it's pretty brutal in this corner, so I can only plant things that don't need 50% shade. Like these plants over here, they could do better. But for the most part, got it cleared, and now it's just gonna be time for me just to put the little plants in, and I'm gonna call it, we're done. Look at the little snail. That's kind of crazy. The ants are climbing all over the little snail. Okay, I want to show you 2 things I found. We have basil, fresh basil. I'm gonna replant. Tomato. I think I'm gonna have to DIY like a little trellis vine for my little tomatoes, but I'm kind of stoked because I didn't know I had this. And then the mint's gonna be easy just for me to just lay on the ground. Actually go and water my plants. This is my garage garden. These are all potted plants. I've been neglecting it for the last couple weeks because yeah, there's no excuse. I mean, if I was a better plant mom, I would know all of my plants' names. This particular cactus is from my previous home, and thankfully she has lived up in my new place for almost 2 years now, so she's been doing pretty good. She actually has a sister, so let me go show you her. From what I can gather, these actually usually grow pretty tall, but this is the other one that's in the backyard, and maybe this will be my next falling project, is to weed this out. Okay. But I put a bunch of my oregano plants here with a few other greeneries just to kind of like fill up the space. I did put the mint in the background, and I did put the tomato plant in the garage just so it has enough shade. It is pretty difficult to like weed out all the weeds, but for now this is fine. I am satisfied. This is going to be workable for me to kind of just like have a peace of mind that this space is a little bit more tidied up. Like midway, getting lightheaded, I'm like, girl, you need to drink your water. Okay, break time is over. I don't know, the best thing about like having a day off and you're staying at home, you are your own boss, so you could kind of like work around your own schedule to get things done. What really benefits me right now is that there's no one else in my vicinity, so I can talk to myself and I can just veg out a little bit. I'm debating right now if I should take a shower and then do my computer work, or yeah, you should take a shower, girl. You should take a shower. Stop being gross. Stop being gross. Come on, you can do this. It's not the part of taking a shower, it's just leading up to it. I might just like call it girl hours. Like, it takes girl hours just to get anything done, I swear. I just did an improv sewing lesson with my house neighbor, so that was fun. I am actually needing to hurry up, jump on my computer, do about 15 minutes of work, and then jump on my meeting. Okay, so it's about 2 o'clock right now. I'm thinking I'm gonna take like a little bit of a break from my self-proclaimed agenda and get some reading in. I've been reading the Onyx Storm on my Nook, and I don't want to speed through it. Like, I swear, I don't want to speed through it. I want to enjoy it. But tell me why Iron Fire was just a roller coaster, and I'm kind of anticipating Onyx Storm is going to be even more a roller coaster. Anyways, that's like book lore. The next following series I'm planning on reading is Throne of Glass, and I was able to listen to a little bit of chapter 1. I don't know if it's going to be as hyped as everyone says it is, but I have all the books now. As soon as I finish the Fourth Wing trilogy, whatever, I'm gonna jump in on that bandwagon. This is so annoying. My biggest issue, especially when growing up, I wouldn't read the last chapter. I wanted the ending to not end, so I would just leave it. But over the years, I've gotten better. I finished an entire book, front to back. But right now with Onyx Storm, I'm trying to pace myself. And as I am chit-chatting right now, my backdrop is a bunch of my market things. And I just realized that I have not done a market and will not do a market for the entire month of May. Mostly that's my own fault because I didn't realize that Mother's Day landed on a Sunday, and then also didn't realize that Memorial Weekend they don't have markets available. I think my next one's gonna be in June, fingers crossed. That's gonna be a morning and evening market on June 1st. Send good vibes to me because sometimes I feel like I forgot how to do things. I know that I know how to do things, but sometimes anxiety really comes through the roof on this brain of mine. There is a current little drama when it comes to in-person markets here in Maui, so we're gonna take them the best way that we can. I do miss the other market vendors. I can't wait to start setting up again for Sunday market. My overall plan is to actually do every Sunday market for the summer, just so that way I can kind of get into that routine. For a while I was just doing every other. Your girl kind of misses the interaction and like the fun that comes with doing weekly markets. But on a side note, when it comes to my online retail store, it's been crickets. So that's too big. Your girl's not promoting it on her social media at all. I do need to get on it when it comes to promoting my art.
The Black Parade.
Oh my goodness. Tell me why this shirt is literally backwards. It is what it is. I'm actually going to change out of this. Okay, that's better. I'm going to wake up my husband so we can go grab lunch. So as I'm laying down here reading, I think I'm going to actually go to the gym again today. I only got a short workout session in because my husband had to go to work this morning. So I think I'm actually gonna head over to the gym now. Oh, I didn't even show you what I had for lunch. I had poke, spicy ahi with rice for lunch, which is really nice. Usually my Sundays are so wham-packed busy, and technically like today it is a little busy, maybe for some people, but I'm just kind of soaking in, like not really having an agenda or don't need to be anywhere. So I'm just gonna take my drink and my book, get my second workout in for the day. Okay, so I just got to the gym. I just realized I can't drink this while I'm working out, so I either have to chug it. It's Verbal Mate. It's like a sparkling water, I guess. But this is probably why I have so much laundry, is that I keep on changing. Maybe I'm just a little indecisive. Anyways, let's go work out. Look at the sunset. I walked all the way over here just to take a photo of the sunset. Yep. So much trash over here, but flowers. I don't even know what kind of flower that is, but I'm actually walking over to the longest drugs that's over here, and I'm reminded in this area, photo op of me and my best friend Brittany. We took like a video over here like was a year ago. If you can turn back time, find a way. Yeah, my side hustle is not singing, trust me. But look at these flowers. Oh yeah, by the way, this specific long jugs got held up about a couple weeks ago. Biggest trees out here is the jacaranda trees. There's like purple flowers. All right, I'm like semi-tired. It probably is this caffeinated clean drink that I'm drinking, so I'm a little wired. But I'm gonna head home, probably take the second shower also of the day. I don't know what it is. What is it, like turning 30 you smell more? I don't know, maybe it's the stuff I'm eating too or my routine. But yeah, I'm gonna go home, take another shower. I was tempted to go buy some more towels from Target. Should I go run to town and get more towels? Maybe I'll call my husband and see if he wants to go with me. Maybe we'll do like a late night Target run. Okay, my sister came over and I actually gave her the plant that was sitting over there. So I'm just gonna move this one into this corner, I think, for now. I'm just laying things out. This is gonna be really nice just to vine out. Earlier I put the tomato plant in here and it's not doing very well, so I'm gonna get some chopsticks so I can kind of clip it upwards. Okay, couldn't find chopsticks, but I found an abandoned straw, so I'm gonna just stick that in there. I'm gonna use a clothespin, pretty much try to, give me a second. I'm gonna use a clothespin just to kind of help without pinching it, just to help guide the vine upwards. I don't know, we'll see. Overall, I feel like the most productive thing today was gardening my plants. And maybe doing dishes and getting 2 workouts in. It's about 6 o'clock right now. I think I'm gonna wind down for the rest of the day, hang out with my husband. I will see you all on the next one. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.